First of all, I'm not racist.
Okay, really quick, before we go on, everybody, when you have to press this, and normally this is relegated to white people saying, but since a black said it, I'm just going to have to clarify. If you have to start a sentence by saying, I'm not racist, chances are you're probably not racist, but you're about to say something questionable. But I know Tim.
I'm not racist at all.
And I'm not racist either. And if one of us was going to be, it'd probably be me. And I'm not. So he's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Say It Loud podcast. Say it loud.
Black and proud.
All right. Dang, you was real black and proud today. Okay. I'm CJ.
I'm Tim.
All right. And we out here kicking it. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I want to give a shout out to everybody who has been watching the videos on YouTube and listening on all the podcast platforms. Appreciate y'all so much.
Appreciate you. We love you, people.
Yes, for real.
We thank you for the support.
Yes, and please keep it coming.
Keep it coming. Keep
Tell
liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing.
Oh, you know what? Today, someone drove by. Actually, they said they were your cousin.
Right.
Where I work, and was like, oh, you know your podcast partner? I was like, yeah, Tim. She was like, yeah, that's my cousin. I was like, oh, that's what's up. Then she was like, I'm going to check y'all's podcast out because my brother was listening to it, and he said y'all was lit. So I'm going to check it out. See, that's the kind of support I like.
That's
somebody
what I'm talking about.
That was unsolicited. I was minding my business, and she was just like, I heard your stuff was lit.
You appreciate the love.
They ain't lying.
I know who you is, too. I ain't going to shout you out because I know you. But I know who you is. We appreciate you for the support.
For real.
Appreciate you, Cuddy. Love you. I'll see you at the family reunion.
You know what it is. Let me get an invite. I'm black.
I go, of course. Come on, all day. Oh, you automatically invite all day.
That'd be the thing. Now, I've never tested this theory, but in movies and stuff, they be like, yeah, if you black, just show up at a random reunion and just be like, cousin.
Oh,
and everything. Does it?
Oh, it happens.
Because I'm going to tell you what. Well, here's the thing. I don't be recognizing everybody at my family reunion. Matter of fact, I don't recognize everybody at Christmas sometimes. But so I get how I guess I'd just be too much of a, I'd be too scary.
Man, you know how much families be flip-flopping in between years, especially black families. Yeah. Girlfriends and boyfriends and baby mamas and baby daddies. Like,
here's a question, and this is like a left field question. If you are with somebody, okay, well, it's weird if you're married. Okay, well, just say you're married, okay? And you go to a family function on her side of the family.
Right.
And let's say one of her exes is real cool with the family, so still comes to family events and all that stuff. And just, is that a comfortable situation for you? Even if her and him don't show any signs of anything, is that a comfortable thing for you?
Well, here's the thing. At the beginning, I'm being blunt and honest with you.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it kind of was because my kid's dad is still in their life.
Yeah.
They still go over there every weekend and spend time with them, which is cool. And he still comes over for, birthdays and special events. At the beginning, when I was immature in being married and not knowing how to be, it was uncomfortable for me. I kind of felt some way about it.
Yeah.
But after a few times and my spiritual growth, first off, that kind of stuck with me. So I was like, okay, well, he's being a father.
Yeah.
And he's stepping up.
Yeah.
And he's still in their life. He ain't left. He's still here. And, it's now co-parenting now. He's still in their life for the weekend. I got him every day. So it's not uncomfortable now, but it was at the beginning.
Yeah. And I mean, and it's definitely different that kids are involved. See, honestly, before I even asked, my mindset wasn't even thinking about kids. It's a whole different thing when kids are involved.
Right.
I guess I was just thinking in general. I was watching a movie I personally like, The Aviator, with Leonardo DiCaprio, who he played Howard Hughes, and there was a scene where he went with a girl he was dating to her family's estate because they were super rich. Right. And one of her exes is there just chilling like one of the people. And he was all in the mix of everything. And it was just uncomfortable to watch. And I'm just like, how would I feel? Was that my phone? All right. So first of all, for y'all watching or listening, don't judge the sound you just heard. We ain't got no money. We're doing this on my phone. And I just got a message or something.
Oh, you stupid.
Okay.
But look though, look, let me just sidetrack. I heard the funniest joke today, bro. So first off, shout out to Godfrey, the comedian. One of my favorite comedians ever. He's so freaking hilarious. He was on an interview on Vlad TV, right? And Vlad TV was talking about Black China, and he said she said Black China. He's like, being named Black China sounds like a Marvel supervillain. I about died.
That's what you got to do nowadays to get some sort of recognition. Is make a stupid name.
Died. That was funny. Watch his stand-ups, bro. Like for real, he's super funny. Homie.
I ain't even gonna lie. Stand-ups are hard for me. I do watch them, but you have got to already have planted something funny in my mind for me to sit down and watch your special. I ain't even gonna lie. I pay for Netflix. You know what I'm saying? I got all the specials in the world. But if you are not somebody that has already proven yourself before I take time out of my life to watch your stand-up, I might not watch it. Dave Chappelle's an easy watch because he proved himself to me long ago, and I love all of his stand-up.
See, that's when you start sleeping on the new comedians coming
Absolutely.
up, man.
I'm sleeping on the comedians. I'm sleeping on musicians because, again, I don't listen to music either. As a singer, as a musician, I don't.
You quit sleeping.
I ain't got no time.
Before we get into the docket, though, I got an update.
Yeah, talk to me.
Your boy's down 100 pounds.
Ooh.
Since last year, I'm down 100 pounds.
Get him.
Went from 457, 357, and declining.
357.
In this area, I got collarbones now. People, I got collarbones.
Come on, man.
I don't know what this collarbone life is like. I'm wearing 3X shirts. This jersey was a 3X last year when I bought it. It didn't fit last year. It fits me perfectly now.
Come on, man.
I don't know what this life is. Look, y'all, thank you. I appreciate the love. But y'all lost weight and y'all had these struggles, let me know. Like, what do I have to look forward to?
Wait a minute. Wait. Tim got here, and he said something that was hilarious to me. He said, something to the effect of, man, you don't know nothing about this diet, man. This diet is terrible. Or something like that. And I was like, oh, what's wrong? He was like, man, I can't eat.
Yeah.
I said, what's the effects of eating too much?
It was pain. Here's what happened. Look, so
and I don't mean to laugh, but that sucks.
Look, I had the gastric sleeve, so they took 90% of my stomach out. So now it's like when I eat too much, it's automatic pain. That's the first thing. Because my stomach.
What kind of pain? What can I relate it to? Because
I would say it's like when you have to burp and it don't come out. It's like a stabbing. It just sits there. You can almost feel it in there because my stomach ain't no bigger than a small banana. So whatever I eat, I can feel it pretty much. Dang. And here's the most messed up part. Food goes through my system quickly, so I am hungry all the time. So I don't get no rest. It don't sit there. It just comes in, does its job, and gets out.
And you can't eat a lot at a time.
Can't.
So what size meal are we talking about? A dinner. I'm hungry. It's dinner time.
So,
what can you eat?
Just to give you an example. So you know how when you go to health class, delinquent. This guy. So when you're in health class or home ec class and they talk about nutrition and they go portion size.
Okay.
And they're saying like, the 3 ounces of chicken is the size of a deck of cards. I actually have to pay attention to that. I have to weigh my food. I have to track calories. I have to eat enough protein to get me through the day. I have to take my vitamins. Otherwise, I'm going to get lightheaded and dizzy because I'm not getting enough vitamins that I usually get when I'm eating regular food. So I have to take supplements. I have to take daily vitamins. I have to drink a lot of water. And it's a lot. It's a high, I don't know if I'm saying this right, high risk, high reward.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like even going into the surgery was high risk.
For real.
Any surgery is high risk, but
the reward is great
because I'm not diabetic anymore.
Hey.
My blood pressure's normal.
Hey.
The pain in my knee is better.
Hey.
And I'm on track to getting that fixed.
Come on. We're going to be kicking people in the nuts in no time.
So it's not a drawback, but like the benefits outweigh the risk. It's so worth it. One of the best decisions I ever made in my life. And I have a whole new appreciation for food.
Yeah.
So
I have always appreciated food. Listen, let me tell you something, because we had talked about this, and it was funny, so I'm going to say it. We was talking earlier about being hungry and stuff like that, and I don't adult very well, for those that don't know me, which is most of you. I got it all together on the surface. Underneath, I'm trash. Because I like for instance, I have a kitchen full of stuff. I'm not gonna say it's all food, and the food that is there, I don't trust it. It's been there for a minute. I don't adult good. So last night when I was hungry, I went to Wendy's. You know why? Because Wendy's got the 4 for $4. I'm talking the double stack. Or no, that's Burger King. Whatever Wendy's burger is.
No, Wendy's is double stack.
They got double stack too?
Double stack.
And got the nuggets. You get 4 of them joints, the fry, and the lemonade. Well, I mean, I got lemonade.
Wait, but you about to tell me what you're about to tell me.
Here's the thing. It was 4 for $4. And I was like, I got 8.
Oh, you didn't.
And I'm hungry. So, not only did your boy get the double stack.
No, you didn't.
He got the crispy chicken along with some more nuggets. I did it.
The gluttony is real.
Here's the thing. Here. It wasn't about it was a small meal, so I needed 2 of them to make a regular meal.
Look, I had the 4 before. It's not small.
It is when you eat a bite of each at once.
Look, bro. You know what?
Okay.
You about to pull up my 600-pound life.
I should go to the doctor or something.
You need help.
You know what's crazy? Is right now I am 210 pounds.
Right.
I used to cook. I mean, just a couple months ago, I just kind of got lazy once I started doing a lot of different things. But in the last 5 months, I've stayed at 210, and I have been hitting Burger King that is down the street on a semi-regular basis, and I ain't gained nothing, so it makes me nervous. I'm like, one day my whole butt gonna explode, and I'm not talking about in the dookie way.
You got a gerbil's metabolism. You just burn stuff off quickly. That's my brother. My brother's like that. That man can eat a whole box of cookies and not gain an ounce. Me, I walk past a bakery. I'm putting on 5 pounds as I walk.
Bakeries are the devil, bro. There is a bakery closer than the Burger King.
Yeah.
It ain't even a bakery. They don't even spread the love. It's just donuts. And these folk be open at 3 a.m. every day. And you go by and they got the glazed and the twist and the maple bar saying, CJ. And I'd be like, huh? And they'd be like, come spend $1.15 each.
See?
Yeah, that's how you nickel and dime yourself with them donuts.
That's the devil.
I'm saying, but they be so good.
Devil. And
but
that's crazy with the way my system's built now. I can't even have a bunch of sugar. So all that's gonna do is slow my metabolism, and it's not gonna sit well.
I can dig it.
Sugar don't sit well with me anymore. Like I had to cut out sugar completely.
Certain types of sugar, like I can't do cookies. Like I'm gonna tell you, open my cabinet right now. You'll see what used to be my favorite cookie. A whole packet of them with 3 missing. Soft batch cookies. I can't do it anymore. I hadn't had them in years, but I was like, this is just too much. I can't do it.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Since I'm a recovering fat man myself, I like to relive my fat days. So let's do a real quick. One gotta go.
Okay.
One gotta go. Snacks.
All right.
Oreo cookies.
Wait, are we talking the thins, the regulars, or the double stuffed?
Double stuff.
Okay, because I believe regular Oreo should be called diet.
Look,
and double stuff should be just...
I'm going to sound like a 600-pound man right now, so y'all just bear with me.
Don't judge us. No,
don't judge us. All right, look. Double stuffed Oreos.
Absolutely. Hey, man. Okay.
Honey buns.
Okay.
Ding dong. No. Zingers.
Oh, shucks.
Uh-huh.
You didn't
I went there.
Okay, wait. Clarifying question. I'm not going to lean one way or the other just so you don't know my weakness.
Uh-huh.
Which flavor? The chocolate or the vanilla Twinkie one?
Vanilla.
Dang it. Okay.
So vanilla zingers.
I'm stressing now. Okay.
Double stuffed Oreos.
Uh-huh.
Honey buns. Or nutty bars. Speak on it.
Well, okay. Actually, sorry. What you did, you put half of a Mount Rushmore type and then half trash. Because I don't really rock with honey buns.
What?
No, I don't think they're good.
You don't put them in the microwave?
No, but I'll tell you what is better than a honey bun is, I'm thinking butter horns.
Oh.
You know, in the bread section, it's like now you put that joint in the microwave. Now you put, if we can exchange the honey bun for the butter horn.
Oh, okay.
But if it's honey bun, yeah. But here's the thing: the Nutter Butters, I wasn't a huge fan of. That literally was like a snack. Like, okay, I'll nibble on something, but I've never craved a nutty.
Here we
Nutter
go
butter.
with your foolishness.
Why I got to be all that? I'm just saying.
Oh,
now if we want to make a real fat snack list, zingers, absolutely. Double stuffed Oreos, amen. Okay, then let's see. And are we sticking to snacks that are in the cabinets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cabinet snacks. The ones that usually are in a box that are in a plastic bag or like a little wrapper.
Like this. Okay, like the Hostess powdered mini donuts. I rocks with the powdered ones. Okay. I can't really explain why I like them so much, but.
Okay, what about zebra cakes?
No.
Or them,
they're spongy. I don't like them.
Or them heart joints that have come out on Valentine's Day. They'd be the
Reese's ones?
Yeah, them.
No. Here's the thing about Reese's. Reese's peanut butter cups are the best candy in the world. But when you start making egg shapes...
Debatable.
That's not what we're here to do. Okay, you relax.
Not? Okay. It can be one way.
It be two. You think it's one way, but it's the other. No. With Reese's, the combinations be having too much peanut butter. The peanut butter to chocolate ratio be off with the other things to me.
I think Reese's do too much because they got the Reese's pieces inside the nut Raches.
Yeah.
Really? No. Do we need that much peanut butter Reese's? Holla at me. Let me know what's going on.
What's the white chocolate Reese's? I think white chocolate is an abomination and shouldn't exist.
See.
Okay? I think white chocolate is so disgusting.
What?
It is not good.
Wow.
It tastes like milk in hard form.
No. See, that's because you don't appreciate chocolate.
I appreciate chocolate. I don't appreciate white chocolate. And I don't like how your voice is getting deep. Okay? I don't know who you trying to seduce.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, look, I ain't had.
You forget I got you with the headphones.
Yeah, I ain't had chocolate in months. I haven't had chocolate since November, so I'm just withdrawing. It comes back up sometimes. It shows its real. It rears its ugly face.
Okay, but so out of the one gotta go. So okay, we'll stick with. Well, I mean, for me, Nutter Butter.
Okay, switch out honey buns with the butter horns.
Okay, honestly, but the Nutter Butter would have been the one to go. So that's the one that's got to be switched out because that's one.
Yeah, because you really can't do nothing with the Nutter Butter except eat it. You can't doctor it up like you want to. See, I'm a fat kid. I used to doctor up my snacks.
Hey, amen.
You know,
I'm with it. Now let's just say a donut.
Okay.
Donut and a butter horn, they're close, but they're different. A butter horn is closer to a Cinnabon or a honey bun. Mm-hmm. So, what's your favorite donut?
Apple fritters.
That's your favorite?
Yes. Nothing beats an apple fritter.
What in the Black Santa?
Absolutely. What? I mean, that may be a little bougie for y'all people out here.
No, it's not. It's poor. That's what it is.
See? Poor. How is that poor?
Because an apple fritter is called the poor man's donut. That's where it came from.
Okay, this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Yes, apple fritters, what it is it's apple-y dough that they took like leftover rinds and stuff like that, and they made a donut out of the leftover stuff.
You're lying to me right now.
I'm dead serious. That's how the apple fritter came out. So not to say it's not good, but it was technically called the poor man's donut. So it's funny when you say, I know it's bougie. Nope, it's just wrong.
Lying to me. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I'm 35 years old. I've been eating apple fritters my whole life. You mean to tell me I'm thinking I'm bougie and high class eating apple fritters, and really you're just one of the poorest.
Oh, gosh. Okay, now I will say this, since America is watching and listening, I got this information from Great Taste. So I didn't actually read this, but I got it from Great Taste from All Def, and they said that. So that's
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So out of those four, so for me, we'll keep donut, but you stick with your apple fritter. I'm going to go with the maple bar.
Oh, the maple bar? That's so basic. for someone with such a personality as you go pick a maple bar?
What is wrong with maple bars?
Nothing's wrong with maple bars, but it's basic. Like,
I like white teas. I be basic. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with... You ain't got to have. I would have
figured you for like a jelly donut person.
Jelly donuts are the most disgusting donut that exists.
I don't like you right now.
I don't like your face behind the camera either.
This might be the last episode.
Wait a minute. Here's the podcast. Here's the whole thing. It's gross. That's it. That's the whole thing. It ain't good.
You sleep.
Nah. Nobody want no goo in the middle of their stuff.
Speaking of donuts, let me tell you how I almost killed myself for some Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh,
so I'm driving. I'm on the freeway, and you know the Krispy Kreme in Northgate, right?
Yeah.
So I'm driving on the freeway, and because they got the Krispy Kreme donut, the store is right next to the freeway.
Yeah,
you can see it. So I'm driving. And I look over.
Saw that hot and ready sign.
I saw that hot and ready sign.
Get over.
I must have whipped over 4 lanes of traffic just to get to the exit, bro. I'm like, is the donuts that serious? I almost risked my life for some Krispy Kreme.
Did you get them?
Oh, you know I got them.
Okay, how was it? What was they hitting for? Was they all right?
Hitting.
All right. Wait, did you get it? And you got them hot?
I got them hot and ready,
bruh. Ain't nothing. Let me tell you something. I almost started drooling. Legit. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Krispy Kremes, just at room temperature or getting them out the glass case, they're okay. Mm-hmm. But a Krispy Kreme warm, fresh out, and I'm not talking about a bootleg warm from the microwave. I'm talking about fresh out of the Krispy Kreme baking machine. Mm-hmm. When I tell you that is the closest thing to touching private parts... Oh my gosh,
stupid.
That might have been a lot. Sorry, guys, but
you stupid.
but a warm Krispy Kreme donut, bruh.
You stupid.
Oh,
you're dumb. Bro. Look, America. I don't know how we got on this tangent.
I don't need. Oh, which one gotta go?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Forget that last part. Anyway, so which one got to... Okay, well, you asked me, so let me tell you something. Out of the double stuffed Oreos, the...
Butterhorn. Nutty Bar.
No, I'm not doing that.
And the Zingers.
The Zingers and the Maple Bar.
Yeah, Maple Bar.
One got to go. I'm going to say... the double stuffed Oreo, actually. I think...
The double stuffed Oreo got to go?
And that one... actually, the donut is the longest thing in my life.
Have you ever dipped a double stuffed Oreo in some milk and let it sit for a minute?
I haven't, actually. I think that milk and cookies is a stupid combination. See, here's the thing about...
The blasphemy going on right now.
Here's the thing. Milk is white, right?
Yes.
Unless it's chocolate milk, but milk is white. The cookie is black.
Right.
The cookie crumbles. Okay. Amen. Now, when you dip a cookie into milk and then you pull it out, 9.5 times out of 10, there is cookie residue floating in the milk.
That's the best part.
That is disgusting. I hate things floating in my drink. I don't like lemonade with lemon particles. I don't do pulp and orange juice. I almost don't get ice because I don't like stuff floating in my drink. Okay? So dipping milk in cookies, that's gross, the remnants, what's left in the milk. And then the cookie, which was supposed to be hard, which is now soft, not due to the warmth of an oven, but due to sogginess. Sogginess is the downfall of America. This is why we're not doing good as a country, because people indulge in soggy stuff. Okay?
Here we go.
Meatloaf, when people be taking bread and crumbling it, ugh. Oh my gosh, my sister, Meg, I love you to death. But you know what this serial killer used to do? She used to take her cereal, cornflakes, put it in a bowl, put the milk in it, and let it sit and get soggy.
That's the only way to eat cornflakes.
Get out.
No. That's the only way to eat cornflakes. You can't eat. What kind of mass murderer eats cornflakes crunchy?
Are y'all hearing this?
You gotta let them. America, please look. If you watching this right now, vote in the comments. Do you let your cornflakes sit or do you eat them right away?
Who the hell just enjoys soggy cereal. I thought my sister was a black anomaly. No. She was the only one in the world.
Nope. I do
now there's two.
I do that often with all the cereal I used to eat because I really can't eat cereal either. But when back in the day, even as a kid, I used to get the cereal, whatever cereal was it, and especially.
I'm so disheartened.
And look. Okay, look. Let me prove my theory. Do you eat Captain Crunch Crunchy?
Absolutely.
So you got Band-Aids for the inside of your mouth
Here's
now.
the thing. Everybody says that. Everybody says when you eat Captain Crunch, it tears the roof of your mouth up. As the comedian Tony Baker said, y'all got soft mouths, man. I don't see the problem. I'm going in. You did.
No, you got to be a special kind of psycho to eat Captain Crunch.
And here's the thing. Crunchy. I'm not going to say that Captain Crunch ain't. I mean, it's in the name, Crunch. So I'm not going to say that it's the best when it's just ultra crunchy. But why? On God's earth.
On God's earth.
The one who sits on high and looks down low. Amen. Why would you take something like cereal, which was meant to be crunchy, make it soggy that breaks apart when you just touch it, and then put that sogginess in your mouth and let that swish around?
Because it tastes better that way.
It does not.
It absolutely tastes better that way. You're just insane psycho in your mind that should be in Arkham Asylum.
I really don't know how to process this because I can't. Like, I would, if somebody paid me, I'd do it. But outside of monetary gain, I would never.
So you mean to tell me? Me right here on the Say It Loud podcast that if you made a bowl of cereal and got sidetracked somehow, a whole bowl of cereal got sidetracked, your cereal soggy now, you gonna throw the rest away?
Yes. See, here's the thing. I've done this. One, if I know I'm about to eat cereal, I don't get sidetracked because I have a thing about milk too. If milk has been out for longer than 45 seconds, and not I'm saying if it's in a bowl of cereal, as long as I take that, we going. But if milk is just sitting out in the elements, nah, that's trash. It's old now.
Oh, wow.
Pour a glass of milk and then go and do something and come back, 10 minutes later. Nah, that milk gotta go, bro.
You're a special kind of bougie.
That milk gotta go.
You
know what milk is anyway? Yeah. We shouldn't be drinking it.
No, but look, though, speaking of that, I don't drink milk no more because I just recently uncovered some information about how milk is processed.
I'm saying.
I don't even touch that no more. I'm good.
And here go the thing. Because I'm a trash adult, this is how I know these things. Milk is just a trash thing because I had it in my fridge and of course I didn't drink it. Time went by. It got old. When you see milk get old, you don't really want to rock with it anymore.
Okay, I get that. I mean, that's natural. I mean, you don't drink rotten milk. I mean, but
ain't that what cheese is?
It's processed different. Cheese is made different.
Cheese is rotten milk.
Of course, but
wait, there's no but. My stepfather said after but comes justification. That's in the Bible. I'm sure it's not, but I'm just saying.
You know what?
That's what. And I love cheese.
I'm gonna let you be you, and we just gonna eat regular soggy cereal on this side.
Ugh.
You make sure you take antibiotics for your sores in the inside of your mouth after you eat.
Captain Crunch is where it's at. I just don't. It's soggy. I'm so big on textures of food. Texture is a huge thing. I can't get past grits.
Don't
trash.
Don't.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Grits should not be a thing.
We're not doing this.
No, we can do it all day. And there be having people, and my fellow blacks, y'all be having conversations that I be on the outside of because they be like, what you like with your grits? Pepper, sugar?
Hold on, I gotta take a call. Hello? Hold on, 1 second. Hello? Yeah, he's here. You want me to tell him? Okay. Yeah, that was the Association for all black cards, and they say your black card is under review.
Oh, word!
They're going to email you with.
Was that Harry? Was that Harry?
That was Harry.
Okay, because I talked to him. Did you get your notice in the mail? Because they said until we have a video of you playing spades, Your stuff is completely
okay. Well,
revoked.
You know what? I'm in the process of getting my license back, but yours is definitely under review. Saying that
that's
blasphemy.
Okay. They can review it all day.
Yeah,
because I'm black, and I just do, grits are gross.
Oh no,
grits are gross. You see how that rolls off the tongue?
That hurts.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt. Grits are gross.
That hurts my very black soul. Like that hurts me. That hurts me. Anyway,
but yeah. So, what's the one gotta go for you? Because I said the Oreos.
Oh, nutty bars can go.
Okay,
nutty bars can go. I mean, it's one of my favorite snacks, but compared to the other three, no.
Yeah,
nutty bars got to go. Yeah.
But anyway. I know somebody who don't. Well, I don't know that they don't eat them, but nutty bars and donuts and all that stuff. Deontay Wilder, my man. But you know what? I think that he should have treated himself and had a nutty bar or a donut or something because he got his ass whooped.
That's disrespectful. Let me tell you something. I didn't watch the fight because I was out with my wife, but I came home and I watched the highlights. Look, I'm a huge boxing fan.
Okay.
Deontay Wilder is one of my favorite fighters because he brought back him along with Tyson Fury and other heavyweights that brought the heavyweight division back to its prominence.
Yeah.
Because heavyweights ain't been nothing since the 90s. When you had Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis.
I was about to say, when was Lennox Lewis? I felt like, wasn't he early 2000s?
Late 90s, early 2000-ish, around there. So, but I hate to see him get beat like that. But he got beat up from the feet up. And let me tell you why. Tyson Fury is a boxer.
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder is a puncher. And I watched boxing a lot of years. I've never seen a puncher beat a boxer. And even the punchers that look like boxers. Mm-hmm. But every time boxer beats puncher. Every time. Tyson Fury outboxed Deontay Wilder. Wilder underestimated Fury. Fury was on the whole night, and Deontay Wilder just got beat up.
Yeah, I am not a boxing connoisseur. I tend to watch the bigger fights. Mm-hmm. Just because somebody else pays for it and they be having wings. So, I come through. Mm-hmm. And actually, I didn't watch the fight. I watched the highlights as well. And I'm going to tell you what. And the whole reason, I mean, obviously we got to talk about this because, it's something that happened.
Right.
But here was my whole question on the Deontay Wilder getting beat up thing. Is online, people started, making fun of him and, doing all these things, what the internet usually does.
Right.
Because the internet is undefeated. Shout out Patrick Cloud and to hear more.
Right.
But he was getting, some people was making fun of him. But then there was people saying, man, nah, he should be off limits because he stood up, for the culture. The whole situation, y'all remember when he was on there and he became a meme? To this day! So everybody says not everybody, but people say because of that, he should be protected from slander. And I'm like, is that really how we rolling? I mean, just because you do something good or we love you doesn't mean that you can't get this joke though.
Well, yeah,
that's how I feel.
Here's my take on that. You can still be a boxer and still be for the culture and still get clowned for losing. Now, Deontay Wilder was talking big stuff before the fight, and he even said something along the lines of like, God can't save you from what I'm about to do to you or something like that.
People be saying stupid stuff like that.
Beat up. Like, okay, look, boxing, you talk mess before the fight. You go to the ring before the fight. You get in the ring. You fight. You lose. And you go back to the gym. Go back to the drawing board. Rehash, replan, and come back for a rematch. It's the nature of the beast. Mm-hmm. You win, you lose. You're a boxer. It's in your nature. You're still for the culture. You're still a black man. You're still for the culture. You still stand up for our rights and all that stuff you've been doing. Mm-hmm. That's cool. At the same time, we're not teasing you because of that.
Well, so here's the thing. I mean, it's the sensitivity of it because if you take all things encompassing, one, he just got beat up. Number 2, it was all over Lil Duval's internet.
Okay.
And then to add to that, people start clowning him. Not forgetting, now again, I'm all for the jokes, but let's keep in mind, at the end of the day, he's a person just like any of us. Mm-hmm. You know, any celebrity that does something and then people jump on him, mm-hmm. he gets it worse than, you know, a normal person would get it. Mm-hmm. So you mix the hatred, and I'm talking about when people are clowning, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's just mean. You know, sometimes it's like, what was that even about?
Right.
So when you mix that oncoming slot of stuff mixed with he just got beat up, you know, I'm sure he felt some kind of way about it. Right. And I can understand that. But, you know, and like you said, I still rock with you as far as, you know, for the culture. Mm-hmm. But that was funny. And he got beat up. And they should have stopped that. I mean,
you know, no.
I think they should have stopped
his corner man stopped the fight. He threw in the towel. It was a TKO. But he was also saying, like, I go out on my sword and all that stuff. And I'm like, your corner man was just looking out for you. It's not his fault. Yeah. But he was clearly not in control of the fight. That's why you throw in the towel.
Here's the thing, and for me, I don't watch, like I said, I don't watch a lot of boxing, and UFC, a lot of people are in UFC. I'm not into it because it's something about the violence. Like, I have been a part of many fights. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't like to fight. It hurts, and I don't like to do it. Watching other people fight, mm-hmm. depending on the scenario, mm-hmm. I either enjoy it or I hate it. Mm-hmm. And I know that sounds weird. But, like, UFC, they're getting it and they are beating the mess out of each other. I'm not really here for it. Because I don't like when one falls and the other gets on top of them and they not even punching. They got a whole hammer hand and they just on the top of the head. I was just rewatching Holly Holmes. Was it Holly Holmes? And,
Ronda Rousey.
Ooh. And I was laughing. But at the end, when Ronda got kicked in the face, I was like, ha! Kick to the face. She falls down. But then when Holmes jumped on top of her, started giving her, I was like, see, that's literally my stomach starts to turn. Because that person is a helpless, bloody mess. And you want to, and the ref be there, be like, all right, let her get 5 in, and then I'm gonna get it. Like, man, come on, man. See, the violence of it gets to be too much of a regular fight.
Well, here's how I see that. Well, boxing was the big thing before UFC. Mm-hmm. I mean, UFC was still around, but boxing was it because you have fighters like Tyson and Roy Jones and Floyd.
One of my favorite.
Yeah, Roy Jones is in my top 5 all time. And you've seen UFC like slowly but surely become the top thing. It's because America over the years become more brutal. Mm-hmm. Even look at the video games. You remember Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Remember how
the original version?
Yeah. You remember on when it first came out, mm-hmm. right? It didn't have any blood, right?
No.
And then a couple months later, oh wait, there's a blood code now. Mm-hmm. Now you can't play Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry, my bad. Now you can't play Mortal Kombat without the blood code.
Yeah.
Now you have to put the blood code in.
Well, see, I am not a video game person, but I mean, I did play back in the game. So Sega back in the day, Mortal Kombat, it was a regular video game. I be seeing stuff on the internet of new Mortal Kombat, and first of all, it looks like a full-fledged movie.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. Even look at the evolution of Mortal Kombat just within itself.
Yeah.
It got bloodier and more brutal every year it came out. And it's the same with boxing versus UFC. UFC got more popular because it was a lot more brutal. It wasn't just fist to fist. It was fist, hands, grappling, slamming, choking people out. It was an all-out brawl. And America loves that type of stuff. And boxing really didn't have nobody more prominent to keep it above UFC except for Floyd Mayweather, and he's retired now.
Yeah. I mean, boxing still got some good people. I just the violent, the nature of it is a little more than my stomach can handle, which is weird. I never thought I'd find myself saying that, but I'd just be like, bruh, I don't want to see somebody helpless.
Right. It's not a sport anymore to me. It's not a sport anymore. That's why I'm still a huge boxing fan, because it's still a sport. Yeah. You're not really trying to hurt the other person unless you're Mike Tyson, in which case it was either you or me.
Hey, man.
And it's gonna be me.
Mike Tyson is a beast. I've been watching a lot of different boxing stuff, and I'm gonna tell you what, some of the funniest knockouts ever. Zab Judah, and I don't remember who it was that hit him, and then Cedric the Entertainer made a joke about it in one of his stand-ups. He was like, Zab got hit so hard, he fell down, he got back up, and he said something to the ref like, don't ever play with matches.
And see, that's what I'm talking about.
You can get these jokes.
You can get the jokes. You got beat up, you got knocked out. It was funny. You gonna get the jokes. But at the same time, if you came out the next day and spoke on some police brutality stuff against black people, we still gonna support you because you at least did that.
I didn't rock with his whole outfit. He looked like the Black Panther reject.
And that's the thing,
he didn't make the movie.
Look, that's the thing, too, though. And then he came out on the interview talking about, I put the suit on before, and I knew right then it was too heavy, and I was gone out the gate. No, don't sit up there and make excuses. No one told you to come out there looking like a transformer.
I'm going to tell you what. And I'm going to tell you what, for real, once you lose the fight, let the excuses go, because don't nobody want to hear it.
Nobody want to hear that.
The internet is real.
Don't nobody want to hear that.
We don't have to rewind the tape. All it takes is a click to go back and see you get punched in the face and be like, your costume had nothing to do with that.
Nothing, absolutely nothing to do with it. I've seen more elaborate entrances, and the fighter ain't making no excuses about the entrance whatsoever. And if that was even the case, don't do that no more.
Hey, I would be wondering what be going through the minds of the people who lose that have these extravagant entrances. Because, it was Floyd Mayweather. Obviously, he didn't lose. But I just remember the one fight he came in with Lil Wayne rapping and Justin Bieber in some weird hat. And they were just walking. And that was the crew.
Right.
And I understood there was the money crew because that was a lot of money between the three of them.
Oh, yeah.
But the aesthetics of it looks stupid. I didn't get it. Why are we taking this slow walk from one end of the facility to the middle doing a fast rap song? Why are we rapping fast and walking slow? That's weird.
Right. Yeah, that reminds me of Prince Nassim Hamed. If you ever watch one of his fights.
He's funny, bro.
Bro, he's funny. Look, I seen a fight. He came out dancing and singing, he had a mic and everything. He came in that ring and got his behind.
Wait, which fight? Because was it?
I forgot which fight.
Was it his first loss?
I think it was his first loss. He came out dancing and singing, and he got in that ring and got beat up. I was laughing.
And the funny thing about him is he's just his stature. He's a small person, and he was swinging, and dude hit him, and it's like Nassim swung again, but it looked like he was a little kid getting dragged around by his mom, the way his body kind of flailed. And I was like, this don't even look. You start feeling bad, but then you realize, actually, here's the thing. Boxers, do you think they're jerks for real, or all of that is just a show? Because you got to sell the fight.
Yeah, I think they're.
You think they really like that,
for
though?
real. I think when it comes to being. That's hard to say. Because
you have to sell it. Nobody wants to see something that's not hype.
Okay, here's an example. That I think it was the first or second fight Tyson had with Lennox Lewis. Mm-hmm. I think it was the fight before where he was like, "I want your heart. I want to eat his children." All that stuff, and he was talking major head to Lennox Lewis. He got beat up. He lost, and in the pre-fight interview, Tyson's like, Lennox Lewis, one of the greatest fighters of all time, and at one point he even wiped his face. Tyson wiped blood off of Lennox Lewis's face at one point during the post-fight interview.
Hey,
so to that I say, I think sometimes you got to promote the fight.
Yeah,
but it really depends on the fighter, because I think Floyd really is an a-hole. Because
do you think that now? Because here's the thing with Floyd in particular, when he fought McGregor, I knew from and maybe this is just a separate thing because one's a boxer, one's a UFC fighter, but I could tell from the jump. I was like, these dudes don't really have a problem. They trying to get that bag,
right?
And now I saw the things that McGregor did, which were very questionable,
right?
But I'm looking at it through the eyes of Floyd. Is Floyd really upset? One, I don't think Floyd cares about anything that ain't got to do with money.
True that.
So I think they was like, yo, bro, you at the top of your thing, I'm at the top of mine. Let's get this bag. And what happened afterwards? They went to a club or something. They was chilling.
Yeah, that was a major. That was a money move.
Yeah,
they didn't really hate
money
each other.
Mayweather
That was
for
a
reason.
Move. Right.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to see if Wilder could get these jokes if he was supposed to be protected.
Wilder gets these jokes all day. Just go back in the gym. Man. Go back to the drawing board, get your fight plan together, get on to the next fight. Because we wanted to see you and Joshua. That's what we wanted to see.
Oh, Joshua Anthony?
Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua. I had to say his name backwards.
That's what the people want to see. But now we got to see Tyson Fury and Joshua.
Tyson Fury, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, he's just such a big dude the way he's built. I was surprised that he could swing the way he does. His arms, he's just so big. I just be like, ain't that a lot to move? Ain't that heavy?
Did you see him lick him?
Yeah. I think that he probably got a mark for getting a psychiatric check for that. Because who just licks somebody else's blood on purpose?
That was a.
And that was a. That was like a sexual act tongue flick.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he was on. If we fighting, like, bruh.
If we fighting and you lick me, you gonna have to die. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. He licked him, and you say he gotta die, but he couldn't even fight. So maybe you just gotta take that licking to the neck.
No, we're not leaving this ring until you are leaving out of here.
But if you can't beat him in a boxing match, what makes you think? Well, forget these gloves.
Forget the gloves. It's a wrestling match now. I don't care. Bring out the Rock and Stone Cold.
You can't wrestle Tyson Fury. That goes into him being now. If he decided to just go up to Wilder now, even though Wilder's cut,
right?
And he got a right hand or a left, whichever hand from God,
right?
If a Tyson Fury decides that I'm going to bear hug you.
Oh, yeah.
He might just stop some vein pumpage. Oh, yeah. That's all I'm saying.
He just might.
Anyway, so we'll be right back after a quick message.
Live life, live it loud. Stand tall, you can't shut us down. I know they want to, that's something they can't do. Live your truth, walk your truth, weigh your truth, speak facts. Speak facts. Live your truth, walk your truth, weigh your truth, speak facts.
Okay. So, you hit me with something interesting.
Okay.
You asked me if I knew what free-range parenting was.
Right.
I do know. And I have a plethora of thoughts on this, but you brought it up. So So what are your thoughts on First of all, explain what free range parenting is.
First of all, let me get you the definition of free range parenting, just so y'all can get a clear understanding of what this crap is. Then you already know where I'm going.
And you'll understand.
Free range parenting, by definition, is the concept of raising children in the spirit of encouraging them to function independently and with limited parental supervision, in accordance of their age of development and with a reasonable acceptance of realistic personal risk. Okay, so can you even, first of all, I'm not racist.
Okay, really quick, before we go on, everybody, when you have to press this, and normally this is relegated to white people saying, but since a black said it, I'm just going to have to clarify. If you have to start a sentence by saying, I'm not racist, chances are you're probably not racist, but you're about to say something questionable. But I know Tim.
I'm not racist at all.
And I'm not racist either. And if one of us was going to be, it'd probably be me. And I'm not. So he's cool.
Yeah, please forgive me. But can you do you blame white people for this? This is obviously a white people thing, because I'm black. I grew up black. Mm-hmm. Ain't no way in hell am I going to be any of them. I'm not being brought up in any free range parenting home, especially with a black mama and a black dad.
So here's the thing. I think that the structured concept that you just read, the structured definition, I could see how that might be something for white people.
White people.
But having grown up in some questionable neighborhoods as a kid and knowing a lot of different kids and families, that concept is not new, not even to the black family. Now, they have different constructs on it that make it seem like, oh, that's a completely different thing. But how many times do your when you were a kid, your homies, like, oh, you get to stay outside, like, after dark? Like, oh, you get to do that? Like, I got to be in before the street lights. Or they get to do... So, that's not a new thing. But now, the videos I watched of these parents who are spearheading this whole movement... They be on some other stuff.
Right, that's the thing. See, even back in the day, we had that, that street light rule. I grew up with that. I grew up in Benson Village apartments in Kent. Shout out to Benson Village.
Shout out to Benson Hill Elementary.
Here you go.
I went there.
So look, everybody in the apartment complex knew everybody. You feel me? Like, my mama knew my neighbors, the people that lived across from us. My grandmama stayed in the apartment adjacent to us. My auntie lived in the apartment close to the entrance.
I don't want that much family
around. But look,
me.
We had family that lived there. We knew everybody, all the parents that lived there, so we could play outside until dark. And it's a small complex, so all my mama had to do was step out of her house and yell, "Timmy, Tootie, Scooby, time to come in," and we would hear her. Scooby. Yeah, that's my brother and sister.
That would be a fire song. Timmy, dude, Scooby.
Look, don't disrespect.
No, that would be a fire song. I'm dead serious.
So, but if we got out of line, if we made a mistake that was detrimental to our health or someone else's health in our family, or we messed up something in the house, oh, for sure we getting that butt whooping.
Well, wait a minute.
What this is talking about is, kids, I'll keep you on a leash. You make a mistake, but there's no consequences. I'm trying to raise you to be independent and make your own decisions, but there's no consequences for your actions. And I'm like, okay, what?
So here's my feel, because I feel two different ways. One, I don't. Okay, I'll say this, because I watched two separate videos. I watched a bunch of videos on free range parenting, but I watched two ones that one I was like, I agree with that, and one I was like, absolutely not.
Right.
One, the lady, she lets her kid, or let her oldest child, they live in New York,
right,
take the subway. Child asked, like, can I, like, take the subway and the cab to school? Because they're in New York. And she was like, you know what, fine. She did the route with him a bunch of times, and then once he got it. Now, he was like 8. Now, that's deep.
Okay.
But I understand that kidnapping is a real thing. It's a very real thing. It's a very real thing.
Right.
But the living in fear is something that some people can't do.
Mm-hmm.
They refuse to do it. For instance, and I'm going to stay on this topic, but I'm just going to jump a little bit. For instance, right now the coronavirus is popping in the street, apparently.
Right.
I have a cruise coming up.
Right.
Now, you have some people like, I'm not traveling. The coronavirus is out there trying to get you. I'm canceling. I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to cancel my trip. I'm not going to live my life in fear because the next disease is up. I saw a meme that since 2000, there has literally been a disease that is supposed to kill the earth every year. And this year it's corona. And I'm just like, I'm not saying that it's not a thing. Obviously, people are being affected, but I'm not going to live my life in that fear.
Right.
So in that mindset, I could see why a parent says, my child lives here. They are going to grow up here.
Right.
They are not going to be afraid.
Right.
So I can see that. So I understood that video to a certain extent.
Right.
Now, the second one I watched, this lady and her husband got 3 kids. These folks don't go to school.
Uh-huh.
The kids like, we could go to school if we want to, but we don't want to. So we do free reign, so our schedule, in the morning we get up and we have breakfast, and then we just do whatever we want. Now that, and the interviewer, and I actually, I be hating, I like to do stuff myself because people don't be asking the right questions. The interviewer asked good questions, be like, asked the mom, so I was like, so you don't think your child needs to learn, like, math? And the mom was like, I mean, like, for what? And I was like, what? Ask the child, too. You don't think you need to, like, learn any of this? No. I mean, it's not really going to help. And I'm just like, I understand a child having this thought process. I don't understand a full-grown adult having this. Now, and I get it. I'm not for the system. I don't necessarily think school's dope. I'm going to stop short of necessary, of it being unnecessary. But I think that what they teach in school is trash.
Right.
And talking elementary to high school.
Right.
I think that it's trash what they teach. But it's a structure that I think as a functioning member of society, you need to be in.
Right.
So that form, I was like, you tripping, and CPS should get you.
Should. Absolutely.
Personally. That's what I think.
Look, I don't want to sound preachy, but I gotta preach.
All right.
The word of God says,
what is the law?
Train a child in a way they should go. Do you know how quick my butt would have been whooped if I told my mama I don't want to go to school? Really?
Hey,
why would you wait? What is going through your brain as a parent to say my child doesn't have to go to school if he don't want to?
That's the thing. I think the wants of, and this is where it's hard because I'm watching. I don't have kids. First of all, let me make that clear. So I don't have certain struggles. I have all the hypotheticals I can have because I don't have none. But I watch people, parents of today, especially online, and they be like, your children has feelings. And I was a child. Yes, children think things and they have opinions, and it's great to value them because, that does make you feel different. But to what extent? You are still a child. You still know nothing.
Right.
You know how I know this? Because I'm an adult.
Exactly.
And I know a little bit.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So to let children, especially preteen,
right,
have free range of their life and say, this is how I choose to live. It's like, I can see a little give and take, but you are the parent. You are supposed to be the structure of how this person is going to function in society.
Right.
Now, if the parent don't care, well then, why should the kid? See, I don't blame the kids in these. You say,
no,
you know how fast
I
don't blame the kid. It's the parents. It's like, your kid is going to end up being, and if that's what they want, that's what they want. That's your kid. But I ain't really with it.
In the case of the 6-year-old boy that was taking the subway by himself, look, that might fly back in the 90s when sex trafficking and kidnapping
I don't even know if it flown in the 90s.
As prevalent. But this is 2020. Sex trafficking is very real.
Yeah.
Kidnapping is very real. And you cannot, this ain't the wild. You're not a wild animal. There's animals that do send their young out by themselves and let them fend for themselves. Mother birds even fly away from the nest and leave their baby birds there to fly for themselves. That's nature. That's how God intended them.
But you
no.
sure that's not, we're just structured to think like that?
No. Look, we are human. God won't go against your own will. You feel me? And with that being said, what's to stop if you send your 8-year-old kid out by himself to test a bus or take the train somewhere by himself? What's to stop a grown person from taking that kid or harming that kid in that moment, and you're not there to protect them?
Nothing.
An 8-year-old kid can't protect themselves
unless they got mace.
But even that, even that ain't gonna help no 8-year-old kid who's smaller than an adult.
See, I have such mixed feelings because I completely agree.
Okay.
I completely agree. But I don't like the thought of. Okay. Let's say this. Like say, we all have free will, but God ain't never said to be stupid, and God never told nobody to be stupid. So you should always be smart about stuff. But I really am in the thing. It's like, I don't want somebody who I don't know, who I've never seen, just the thought of something to happen dictate everything that I do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, of course, there are places where, some things require more dictation than others. And in this, again, I don't have kids, so I don't have a personal connection to this. But just on the surface of thinking, like when I was younger, when I went my first place by myself publicly, I was 10 on the Metro bus. And it wasn't a big deal. Well, actually, it was a big deal because I was scared. But I got to my mom because she worked downtown, and I got downtown by myself, and she was just like, "I'm proud of you," and I was like, I felt accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can see giving kids room to do things. I just can't see them giving them room to run their own life. That's
I can agree with
what it's
that.
for.
I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. But I mean, that's 8 years old. It's single digits by themselves. Anyway.
And New York is a different thing than Seattle.
And you take that into consideration too. But look, I got 10. Okay.
What?
I got 10 kids.
He really said he got 10 kids. 10. I didn't think you said that. I was like, no.
I got 10. I got 10.
I got none. Dang it.
Okay.
Tax season popping for this dude.
So it's okay. Look, I got 10. Okay. 4 of them are mine.
Mm-hmm.
The other, wait.
6.
I lost track of my own kids. Okay, hold on. Let me get real quick.
Sure he loves all of you the same.
I love all my children. Okay. One of them is a grown woman. She married and everything.
Word.
Then my wife had 3.
Okay.
I had 2.
Yes.
And we have 1 together. That's 5 between me and her. My nieces and my nephew make 4. Okay. They're over at the house all the time. Okay. And I pretty much adopted them. Mm-hmm. So they're mine in all sense. They're mine. So that's 10.
Okay.
That's 10. You. Okay, my 2 are in Spokane with their mama, but they come over in the summer. That's my 10.
Okay.
Now, with that being said, I cannot fathom letting any of mine who are under adulthood out anywhere in the public by themselves in this day and age. I just can't. Even if it was back in the time where all this other crazy stuff wasn't prevalent. As a parent, I can't justify sending my 10, 12, 13-year-old out anywhere at least within the block or the neighborhood by themselves.
I can't.
Even if you have a cell phone, I can't do it because let something happen to one of my babies.
I feel you.
I will turn this whole city upside down.
So what's the cutoff age? Okay, you can go by yourself. What's that age? Because that feeling of a parent is never going to leave. So when are you going to let go? Because ultimately, that's what it's up to you. Because that parent feeling is never going to leave.
When you got your own car and your own house and you paying your own bills and you're living on your own, then that's when some of the stress is alleviated because you can take care of yourself. Until then,
see that.
Look, even with my oldest who's grown, I still go visit her and her husband because her husband's like my best friend. I go over there. I hit her up every once in a while. Hey, do you need anything? I got you. What you need, your lawn cut or something? Whatever.
Oh, you're doing
I got
you.
but look, that's just me though. That's how I was raised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though you can take care of yourself and you're married and everything, I'm still.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That parent will never leave. I have conversations with my mother, and I ask her because my mom has 3, and now we're all grown. My little brother is 19, and I asked her a couple years ago. I was like, "What's it like to have grown children?" And she said it's weird because again, that parent instinct and that want to fix everything and protect never ever leaves. But we get older and we have our own opinions on things and we want to do things. And that was one thing my mom struggled with of when exactly it was to like back off. Because at a certain point, as a parent to child, the relationship the dynamic of it has to shift in order for the child to grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying it needs to shift early, like 6 years old. I ain't saying that. But when you say, my child, 12, 13, or 11, 12, 13, and I'm just like, at that age, I'm pretty open to letting them go. I mean, to go out and do things because I just don't ever want to be that hovering parent that doesn't let their child grow. Now, again, not letting them run wild, but grow. You know what I mean?
Well, but that's the whole term free-range parenting. There's no structure. I'd be a trash parent if I didn't have if I didn't instill my kids
exactly.
structure. go to school, do your homework. That's structure. Because when you get out of here in this real world, you're going to have deadlines. You're going to have to be places at certain times. So you're going to have that structure to manage yourself. So when you do get to your age where you're able to do all this by yourself, but I'm not going to throw you to the wolves at 8 years old and say, go figure it out. But I'm not going to leave an adult decision up to a kid to make that decision. I'm not going to say, do you want to go to school today?
Oh, no. We're on the same page. I'm not well, no, actually, here's the thing. Because, like I said, I don't all the way agree with school. Like homeschooling, like if they was to do that, and homeschooling literally is like 3 hours a day because my brother did it. And my brother graduated high school and got his AA at the same time off doing homeschooling. So he's in his second year or third year of college, his first year. So I'm all for that. And that doesn't take much time. But again, the structure, you got to know something. Now, these kids that don't go to school that was on this video,
right?
They do things around like cooking, which I think cooking is a big thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think I think, which they don't do, but if you were to be homeschooled or what I think schools should teach, taxes.
Right.
Learn that.
Right.
History. Okay. American history. I don't know. I think we need to know, but I don't know why we need to know. So I'm on the fence.
Okay.
I can't tell you. Well, actually, I'm a history buff, so I just find it amusing.
Right.
But when have I actually used history knowledge from school? Not never.
Right.
Language arts, yes, because I'm a writer. I got a book. You should buy it.
Right.
So, yes. Science, I don't even know if science... Now, again, for people that are interested in this stuff, dope. But to make these require, like, you try to tell a kid, you're going to fail at life if you don't do algebra. Are you serious? I am 34 years old. I have not done algebra since high school. Okay? So,
right.
I think what they're teaching is dumb, but the structure needs to be there.
Right. I'm going to make one more point.
Yeah.
One more point. So, and bring him back to the 8-year-old, because that touched me. That scares me. Just the thought of a parent let their 8-year-old kid take a train by themselves. But
and a cab.
And a cab.
Yeah.
And a cab. Okay, look. But here's my point. Back in the day, when I was around like 12, 13 years old, me, my brother, and my sister, and some of our cousins and our friends, we all used to take the bus in the summer down to the mall or downtown, go to Starbucks, get our caramel frappuccinos.
Feel grown.
You feel me? Feel grown.
Yep.
And be out all day with enough bus fare to get where we going and get home.
And that was back in the day when you had the tickets too.
Right,
so you got,
right.
Like,
with
I still got a half hour left.
You feel me? But look, though, that was back in the day where all this crazy stuff wasn't prevalent. I have to keep bringing that time frame into the question because you can't do that now with younger kids. You can't. You just can't without having that fear of somebody snatching your baby.
But that's not to say the fear is not there. I think the fear is there, obviously. I just think some people live life differently. It really is about your perspective on the world, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to see every single bad thing in this world.
Right.
It is so easy to pick out everything that's bad.
Right.
And it's all around. I'm not going to say it's not there. But for some people, they've like, you know what? This is the only life I have. And some people got that, we all gonna die anyway. And I'm not making a joke. Some people have the mindset of, we are all going to die anyway. Right. So what I'm not gonna do is let you tell me how I'm supposed to live the little time that I'm here. Right. I'm not gonna be scared of da-da-da-da-da. Now, that might be a parent's feeling, and so they like, kick my child, go ahead. Their kid may grow up with a different feeling, but that's their kid. That's just where they at.
Okay. One more point, and I'm out of here. No. One more point.
He's obviously a pastor. Did you hear that? One more point, we going. One more. All he needs is a napkin. Now, those of you that realize.
You ain't never lied.
Who got the collection plate?
Look, one more point. The Bible says, train a child in the way they should go. A child. Train a child. I would be a discredit to my faith if I do not train my children in the way they should go. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to put them out on a bus by themselves and let them figure it out. But what I will do, I'll take the bus with them. Mm-hmm. I'll show them how to take the bus, how to transfer, all that good stuff. So when they do get of age, when they're not children, they will know how to do it.
But let's back up. I mean, because let's take the 6-year-old boy. I don't think he was 6. I think he was 8. But let's take the 8-year-old boy. She did go with him and show him how to do everything. And I think they were already, I mean, she took the trip with him. But now put yourself, I ain't got it. Did it just stop? Okay. Like, I ain't nobody got time to be taking you to school on the look, we can either drive in my car or you can take the train. I ain't got time. I got to go to work. That's a real thing. But and I'll say this. When my sister and I were younger, we lived No? Okay. Sorry. When my sister and I we lived about 1.5 miles away from our school, elementary school. Mm-hmm. And my sister was like, I want to walk to school. And my dad was like, all right, y'all, because he drove us. My dad was like, all right, y'all can walk. And we was like, really? He was like, I don't care. So it was like, okay, cool. So we got our stuff. We got to walking. We look back. My dad, police tailing us, driving slow. People behind him honking. He was like, shut up. My kids is walking to school. I got to make sure. Every day he followed us until he felt like he didn't have to.
Okay.
But to preface, this was in Renton. Yeah. And it wasn't the city like Seattle. But we walked, and, he probably followed us for the first month. And then he was like, all right, they got it. And other kids started walking too. So, right. It wasn't a huge thing. Yeah, that's something that happened to me. I think I was in elementary school, and me, my brother, my sister, all three of us missed the bus. And my dad just got home from work after working a double shift, and he was dead tired. And none of us was waking that big dude up to take us to school after we done missed the bus. Yep. So we got our black tails out that door and walked to school to Springbrook Elementary from Benson Village, which was down the block, cut off a crosswalk, cross another crosswalk, down about 4 or 5 more blocks, then down side streets to the school. We walked to school because we would rather risk life and live. And you made it.
But that was in a time where you could do that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess I am just one of those people that I notice the stuff, and I'm like, you won't. Only time you'll ever catch me in the club is if it's somebody's birthday and I'm in VIP. I don't go to public things like that because I don't trust anybody. So don't get me twisted. I'm not for the free range parenting. Kids can do it. No, I'm not. I don't trust nobody. Right. But again, I am one of the people that is just like, if it's stupid in my mind, I won't do it. But I'm not going to live in fear. Now, again, I don't have kids, so I can't translate it to them because I'm not in that position. Right. So outside looking in. So that's all.
That's it.
But all right, y'all. I think we good for today.
No, we good for today.
Yes, I got a little deep right there.
This was a good time.
Yes, sir.
This was a great time.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the Facebook page, like that up, y'all. Yeah. Like that up.
Yeah.
We appreciate the support. All 35 of you that have subscribed to the YouTube channel. We appreciate the support. We thank you very deeply. Continue to support the Say It Loud podcast. We right here. We doing big things. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, just keep on showing the love, and we'll keep doing this.
And
we're having a great time. Oh, thank you.
Buy his book.
And listen, please. I want to make this clear. And I definitely talked with Tim about it. So the things that we have right now as far as bringing in monetary income to do some of the different things that we want to do, aside from us just paying out of pocket from our regular jobs, we have my book and clothing line, Speak Facts Clothing. All the proceeds from my book, from now going forward, from my book and from the clothing line are all going to help what we're doing here. And I'm going to get us some more prototypes, so we'll be rocking some stuff, you know what I'm saying? We'll show y'all what it is, what the clothes are and what you can get. Right. But all of that stuff, everything that we're going to be promoting is legit to help us move forward.
We got merch coming.
Yes, we do.
We got the merch coming.
Shout out to my little brother J.O. He in college for some real stuff, and
the man is brilliant
right now.
The man is brilliant.
Shout out Josh.
Shout out Josh Shinoda.
Yes, sir.
See you, bro.
Yes, sir.
We see you.
But we'll see y'all next week. All right. Peace. Peace.